Well, what can I say about Tyson Fury last night? That probably hasn't already been said. Mate, that was one hell of a fight, that. I give Wilder his due. He made it interesting. I did not think he had it in him to go through them rounds there. Made it to round 11, so you say he done all right, like, but man, Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, he come in, he was out of shape, he was overweight. He looked closer to the shape of the first fight than he did the second fight, which again, people knew that anyway coming into the fight. But the way he just leveled up as the fight went on, got put down twice in the same round and got back up. So you'd think his head would be wobbled after that, but nah. The guy's an absolute beast. He just went into beast mode and just got the job done. So, I say, it's right, Tyson Fury, lad. Fucking, he's still got one British heavyweight world champion. Shame we didn't get to see that crazy fight that would have took place between him and AJ, but weren't meant to be, it weren't meant to be. So we don't lose no sleep. Yeah, please. And obviously the other fight that took place, well, there was many fights that were on last night, including the UFC. But it was the Liverpool rivalry, the local derby of Anthony Fowler versus Liam Beefy Smith. And obviously Beefy's been at world level, he's fought the likes of Canelo and stuff like that. I think 2-weight world champion and stuff. So, he's achieved a lot in his career already. Fowler, he's getting on a bit, but he's had an extensive amateur career. Bronze medal in the Olympics and stuff like that. So it was all built up to be a good fight, local derby, lots of energy. I wasn't too happy with the way some of the Liverpool crowd in the Echo Arena last night were just so pro Smith and like anti Fowler, and it's like the guy's from Liverpool. He's from a couple of miles away from the arena where the fight took place, and he was getting booed and heckled and all kinds of stuff, man. And I just thought it was a bit out of order, But it's rivalry, innit? So I guess they shook hands at the end of it. But in terms of the fight, yeah, I thought Fowler was doing him at the start. It was lively, had energy, snapping out that jab, fast combinations. He just looked like a better fighter, if I'm being honest, in the first couple of rounds. Beefy was taking a lot of shots, got the cut on the left eye, which he returned to Fowler in like the third round. And I think from about the third round onwards, Beefy just started like stepping it up. And he did say that in his post-fight, but it was obvious, you could see it. And then when he hit him with the right hand, I think that could have been one of the first, if not the first, straight right hand that he threw. And obviously when he shot it down the pipe, like just dropped Fowler straight away. Fowler got back up, fight carried on. Smith didn't rush in, started peppering him. And I thought Fowler was coming back into the fight. I think it was like the 6th round, and then he got knocked out in like the 7th, was it? And yeah, I thought he was coming back into the fight, but then Smith came out that next round, and that was it. It was game over, wasn't it? He just set the target to the chin, started hitting it, and that was it. It was a good night. But yeah, all in all, I thought it was a good night of MMA in general, really, but it was a good night of boxing last night. Say, Fury back on top, untouchable it seems, and people talking about this Alexander Usyk fight. I'll be honest, Usyk's good, really good, elite, top of the pile, but Fury's just too big, because Fury does a lot of boxing movements that like Usyk likes to do. He'll stick his head up and he'll pivot round and he'll get up in and close. He likes to slip and duck. He's making Wilder miss like crazy last night. Usyk's a lot faster. I don't think he's a fast single shot as like a Wilder, because Usyk's bulked up now, but Usyk's got them heavy combos as well, and if he gets inside, he could drop him like Cunningham did, get inside him, body head, roughhouse stuff. But I just don't think he's got the power to drop Fury, and I think even if he did, Fury got dropped twice last night by Wilder, the most dangerous right hand in boxing apparently, in one round, and got up and boxed his head in and KO'd Wilder. So I just don't see Usyk having it in the tank. Him and AJ both absolutely goosed come the end of the 12th round. Say the referee seems to stop the fight a couple of seconds early just to stop AJ from going out, really. But yeah, I think Usyk had come in, he'd try and move around, he'd do his thing, but I think Fury had just hit him. Like, he'd just push him back with that straight left hand and then just start shooting right down the pipe. Even if Usyk managed to get his head out the way, Fury's going to be hitting him on his neck, on his shoulders. He'd have to be really tucked in. And if he is tucked in like that, I mean, he would see Fury's punches coming from a mile away, don't get me wrong. But Fury would push his head up against his and just bump both arms into the body and start hitting him, rocking him to his boots. I just think Fury'd have way too much in that fight. I would like to see it though, because I would like Fury to take all the belts. And it'd be interesting if like AJ would take that step aside, just keep bulking up, because he's going to have to bulk up for the Fury fight. Even if he beats Usyk, he's going to have to spend the next 6 months putting more weight back on and getting used to that again. If I was him, I'd take the step aside money. I'd let Fury fight Usyk. I'd train like a motherfucker, because he was training anyway for a long time to fight Fury. And then switched camp, went into the Usyk fight, had to drop a load of weight and start moving around more. I think, yeah, I'd take the step aside money. He doesn't need to. He's rich anyway. But I'd take it, give him a little bit more time to work on his tools, on his craft, gain a bit more weight, and have in mind that Fury is going to beat Usyk. Because if he does beat, Fury did beat Usyk in that scenario, then AJ would get the shot at all the belts in one shot, in one go against Fury, which would be just a mega fight. And then he could retire on that, even if he lost. He went out at the top against the best. Everyone knows this. But I just think, sorry, that's my phone ringing there. But yeah, I think if AJ took that step aside money and fought Fury, losing my trail of thought now, fought Fury, and lost, he could retire on that. But does he want to retire getting beat, potentially, most likely again, by Usyk? And then Usyk's going to go on to fight Fury and get absolutely splattered. It makes him not look as prestigious, not look as formidable. So if I was AJ, yeah, I'd take that step aside money all day, jump into that rematch. Not jump into that rematch. Let Fury fight Usyk. Let them two smash it out. Let Fury paste Usyk. Fight Fury. Probably get pasted by Fury at Wembley. Job's a good one. You could retire on that, like I say. He's had a sick career, 2-time world champion, Olympic gold medalist. But yeah, I'm not going to get onto AJ anyway. And I'm rambling too much, and my phone will not stop ringing. So I'm going to love yous and leave yous, guys. Subscribe and stay tuned. Peace.